Now, I'm back again. Although the last 24 hours, 2 videos I post that only watched by 24 people, no problem. It's like if I don't post my video on the porn site, on the porn list, they said it's only watched by less people. Well, I'm trying to disapprove here to say it doesn't matter, it's only watched by 10 people. I don't think everybody who log in is only watching porn in YouTube. There are a lot of people who are awake, who are looking for very important videos. But this is starting number 1. I don't know if they're gonna turn the computer off, but then I have to start again. Bloodline. I came back because I have a knowledge. Bloodline. What is your bloodline? This is the bloodline of President Bush and all the ministers, all the king and queens. They keep it in the family. They know where their loved ones are. They know where their cousins are. The last video I did, I think it was yesterday, when I was saying you don't come up from the sky into the womb of your mother, meaning your father. I also say you were swimming in the eggs of your father if your father was 30 years of age. But do you also know your father came out of his own father? He's also a duplicate from his own father. So how old was your grandfather when your father was born? The day your father was born, he make a photocopy. All the copy. You know what they say, DNA match. So all the eggs, what he get is photocopy from his own father. Do you know your great-grandfather? Now they teach us about your father, your mother, your sisters, or your aunt, or your uncle. But where is the other brothers from your grandfather's side? Did your father have a sister? Does your father have a grand-aunt? They also have children. But we never have contact with those children. Like for example, my grandmother, she is a daughter of a chief. My grandfather was a chief. He owned a very, really big land in Africa, Conon, where the diamonds were. But my grandmother came to Freetown in Sierra Leone, in the city. But sometimes, in a holiday, she goes back to the village. But since she have her children, 13 children she has, 9 of those children die, only 4 lives. And out of these 4 came us from my mother. My mother have 6 children. My uncle have 5 children. My other uncle have 3. Those children have children also. But where is the sisters for my grandmother? I know one who died before I came to Holland. But where are the other sisters? Where are the children? The other cousins and stuff. Sometimes I meet a black person in Holland somewhere, or in Amsterdam Maastricht. Like, hello, how are you? Where are you from? Are you from Sierra Leone? Or are you from somewhere else? But you never know who is who, because we never make contact with those people. We are all the same bloodline. But the ministers, the ones who are ruling the world, they know each other. They connect with each other. They have contact with each other. United Nations is not strangers, they are families. You have to know, I have 4 children over here. My oldest son is in Africa. He's 18. He just have a child himself with his girlfriend. But think about it. My children, what I have now, they're very light kids. Very white. 80% white, not 50-50, 80%. So, my children here, if I die, my daughter married with a Dutch guy, her child is gonna be white. But if she married with a black guy, her child gonna be dark, but not 100% dark. But that child, if she take a white, she will get colored child. But if she take black, it's gonna be very dark and dark and dark. But there's mix of the colored. You ever ask yourself why when a black man have sex with a white woman, the child is mixed? When a Chinese have sex with a black girl, the child is mixed. You can always see it. The mixed color, that's a Chinese baby. That's a white baby, or that's a black baby. The colored mix. But the sperm is the same color. Do you ask yourself, why does it change? Why does children have the same color? If a white woman carry a black man baby, has the same color as a black girl carry a white man baby. The sperm mix. I want you to try to, it's maybe difficult, but try to think about this for a second. Your grandfather is from his father, and the other father is also from his father. They have duplicate of eggs. All those lines. The first grandfather don't fall from the sky. He was also a baby in the world. How long ago? It's 400 years. How many aunties, how many cousins, how many nieces you miss along the road? And how do you sometimes connect with people? You say that my soulmate. And how do you make friends sometimes? You had a girlfriend and then you break up. Some people have children, they don't even speak to one another. Because some people have a plan for the future of their children, or they have the choice to think what kind of a husband their child has to be married to. And if their children have the wrong lover, they don't like those lover for them, and then the children don't want to speak to them anymore. You have cousins. My two sisters live in England. One have 5 children, the other one have 1. If I never gonna see my sister anymore, and the children for my sisters end up coming to Holland, and my children gonna be friends, when we have contact we share pictures. They can recognize each other, they can know each other. But if they never met each other, how can you tell if you're sleeping, if you're having sex with your cousins or not? And how different you think most of us are on the outside. I mean, the same branch, the children of your aunt, and the other aunt, the other aunt, the other uncle, the other uncle. It's the same tree. It's not far apart. Something to think about. It's maybe too late to look back. It's like I always say, when you drive in a car, you think you're going very far away, but you're not. You're only going around and round and round. If you look how you drive around the tunnel, you can watch where the sun is standing.